We're living through one of the most significant economic shifts in history. We have moved from the industrial age, where the rules were about going to a job for 30 years, being loyal, collecting a pension, and retiring, to now you might work at a place 3 to 5 years, work in the gig economy, and not sure where the next dollar is going to come from. If you feel like the old financial playbook doesn't fit the world we're living in today, you're right. The landscape has been disrupted. The safety net our parents relied on could potentially be gone. The strategies that worked in the 90s are the very things that could potentially be holding us back in 2026. And for that reason is why we started TRG Financial. We're a product of this transition. We're from the generation that bridged the gap, maybe born in the late 70s, mid 80s. We went outside and our parents didn't know where we were for hours. Our town square was an actual park, not anything digital. We had an analog world that we saw turn digital. We saw the 2000 dot-com burst. We were a part of the market reset of 2008. We were parents during the COVID-19 pandemic. All the while now we're anxious about what's going to happen with our jobs and AI. We've had anxiety around new and missed opportunities. I bet many of you right now are still upset you didn't buy Bitcoin when it was a fraction of a cent. And that's why we're speaking the language of now. Many of you are what I like to call the sandwich squeeze. You're caring for an aging parent potentially, all the while trying to fund your college child's education. You're caught in the middle of two massive financial responsibilities. And while you're caught in that massive financial responsibilities, you could potentially be not taking care of your financial self. We want to help you with a few tips today, just to have a conversation around 3 things that you could be doing now. So the first thing we want to just consider the market and what you're doing with your dollars in general. In the old economy, stability meant staying put. Today's stability comes from a portfolio that you can pivot. Sometimes our wealth is trapped in vehicles that we can't touch, which is a good thing. But we also want to teach maybe some bucketed strategies that allow you to have some liquidity before the age of 60. You need a plan that's as shock absorbing as you are for life sandwiches moments. Second thing that we like to talk about is auditing your financial identity. Most people are still operating on the beliefs of their parents. We need to understand that our strategy should align with today's tax changes, the laws, and what's been happening with inflation. For example, could you be overfunding a college plan at the expense of your own retirement? Are you neglecting your long-term care because you're paying for your parents' care? We like to audit these goals on an annual basis to make sure that we're not sacrificing our future to prepare for someone's now. And then lastly, we understand that as our generation, we've learned a lot. We set up a lot of these tools, but we also need to understand that we can be a benefit of tech as well. We don't like to operate off of hope. We like to operate off of efficiency. Using high-tech tools can help us maximize and be efficient on our taxes, help us with risk management, but also keeping that human interaction in the room, working together in partnership to make those tough calls. Think of it as like a navigator while you're the captain of the ship. While the rules have changed, the opportunity for our generation has never been greater. It's time for us to stop looking in that rearview mirror about all the things that we've experienced and start looking ahead at what's next. If you have any questions about this, or if you're a Xennial like me, I think that's what they call us, Xennials, then let's have a conversation about the world we live in. You can find more information about us at www.trg-financial.com. We got a free health scorecard out there we'd love for you to take. And again, if you're a part of this generation like I am, you're the exact reason why we started TRG. And we look forward to having a conversation with you soon. Let's keep generating.